With avoidant people, when it comes to a relationship that's on the rocks and maybe the partner wants to save the relationship, but the avoidant person is feeling like they'd rather be single, what could be happening is an avoidant might be struggling with what I like to call options blindness. Our brain will think that we have two options. One is to stay in this relationship that's not working, or two is to be single. And of course, there's plenty of cases where an avoidant person or any attachment style person has a case for wanting to be single. They're justified. They mean it. They're not in the right relationship. But in cases where maybe there's a lot of fighting and attachment style clashing in the power struggle phase, an avoidant person might think breaking up is the only answer, not realizing that there is a third option. If there's any chance of your avoidant ex coming back, they need to realize this third option, and they're not going to realize it if you've had your breakup and then you're messaging them like 2 days into no contact, a week into no contact, begging, pleading, showing up where you know that they'll be. That's just going to push them away more. So I wanted to talk about how to handle this situation if you're in it. Also, this video is a continuation of my previous video when the avoidant thinks that they want to be single, where I talk more about why this happens and give an anecdote of when I was in this situation and why I wanted to be single. So definitely check that out if you haven't. Also, if you're brand new here, hi, my name is Wanda. Welcome to Confessions of an Avoidant. I created this channel because I'm here to be your online avoidant friend. I feel like the internet acts like avoidant attachment is this huge mystery. I feel like there's big stereotypy conclusions about it constantly due to the fact that there's just a lack of content creators and people putting themselves out there on the internet with avoidant attachment. So that's what I'm here to do with this channel. Oh yeah, one more thing, little channel announcement. I'm going to start doing live streams where I play and respond to people's voicemails that they send me, just wanting a second opinion from a safe friend about their particular situation that they're dealing with an avoidant person. So feel free to send me a voicemail. I think this will be so fun and such a nice communal thing that we can do here. I've linked in the description to where you can leave me a voicemail. Okay. You're in a relationship with an avoidant person. Maybe it's been 6 months. Maybe it's been 10 months. Whatever. They are feeling like they want to be single. How should you handle it? What should you do? Let them be single. Let them. The best chance of them coming back, if they are confused and maybe they're not realizing it, the best chance of them coming back is to just let them be single. I know it sucks. I know you're probably crying your eyes out every single day. I know you're probably looking at them on Facebook and the new picture that they posted and the location that they tagged, and you're like deciphering what's going on in their life. I know it's driving you crazy, but just let them live their life. Let their life now occupy environments that are catered to a single person. Let their life now be surrounded by things that single people do, because that's what they think they want. Again, they could truly know that they want that and your ex might not come back. But in case there's that chance that they're confused, either way, you need to just let them live that life because that's what they think they want. And living that life is going to help them know whether or not they truly know they want that life. And the only way for them to change their mind is for when you're completely out of the picture, you're not begging them, you're not texting them, you're not like, hey, can we meet up for one more coffee? I just feel so confused about why you did this like 2 weeks ago, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to change their mind. Just let them be. Because in living this alternate reality where you're not part of it, that's what's going to start to trigger them little by little. That like, oh, I miss being someone's boyfriend. I miss being his girlfriend. This single life, it's not better. I'm miserable. And you have to think of it like this. The breakup happened in the first place because there's too many negative associations with being in the relationship. And for the avoidant person, it can really start to feel like this heavy backpack that we're like carrying and like slogging up a hill. Already in the backpack are our own avoidant-ish that we're bringing with ourselves into the relationship. We're all bringing stuff into a relationship, okay? But for the avoidant person in the backpack is, oh, I have to constantly sacrifice my time and things that I need to do for this relationship. And the backpack is, I feel uncomfortable with conflict and I feel like my partner makes me feel guilty sometimes. So that's in the backpack. And then there's other things that are being added to the backpack that are making it heavier and heavier from the other person. So in the example that I gave from my previous video talking about my ex, those extra things in the backpack were things like him being very insecure and constantly suspicious of me. Felt sometimes very violating in how he would cope with it. My ex often felt very uncomfortable with me having male friends. Also in the backpack, I often felt like he was constantly mad at me. So there's all these like negative associations with the relationship. They're all in the backpack. It's making the backpack heavier. It's weighing them down. And finally they're like, oh, with this breakup, I'm putting this backpack down. And there's this relief of like, oh, I have all that weight off my shoulders. We feel relieved. But then after the breakup, the ex is still adding weight to the backpack because now the ex is calling constantly. Now the ex, they've gone 3 days of being broken up, but they've reached out to a family member. I remember my ex did that with my sister. Like I felt like my ex, he talked to his mom like twice a day. He was very close with his family. I wonder if there's some enmeshment stuff that was going on there. But I remember one day he like reached out to my sister, emotionally dumped on her. And it's like, I don't come from a family where, we are sharing everything with each other and we talk all the time. That's just not my family's dynamic. So yeah, for him to like reach out to my sister and say all these things that I've never spoken to my sister about, I'm like, we're broken up. Why are you doing this? So that's another heavy thing in the backpack that's making me resist any positive feelings about him now that we're broken up. The backpack was heavy enough. Now it's like even heavier. I'm not picking it back up. And this is why it is so important to just let them be without you and slowly remove, or not remove, but like slowly let all of those like negative associations with being in a relationship and specifically being in a relationship with you, let them wither away little by little. And it's not going to happen if you keep trying to like get through to them. If you've like read this book and now you want to have this one more conversation and suggest this book to them, that book's going to get through to them. Just let them be. Disappear, go radio silence. It's good for you too, because your ex might not want to come back. But even if they do, it's good for you as well, because it helps you kind of remember what life was like before this person was in it, when you were just being yourself. Get back to your old self, get back to a healthier, self-reliant, autonomous person who existed once without this person. And that's going to be fresh in your mind if you get back with this person. So it's like you both can come back together as people who've had a break from what wasn't working, and then you come back together with this intention to collaborate and work better together, now understanding what wasn't working before and what was constantly triggering both of you. And you have that understanding when you're both removed and can kind of see things with a bird's eye view when you get back together. So that's why the breakup is really so good for you too, if you're kind of like on pins and needles hoping that your ex comes back. It's a great opportunity for you too. But specifically with an avoidant person, if there's any chance of them coming back, they need to just live without you. So I hope that added some clarity about the situation for you. Since you've made it this far in the video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you gave it a like and if you subscribe to my channel as well, if you have been watching my videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.